Senator Schiff.
Mr. Patel, early in this hearing, Senator Durbin asked you about the January 6th choir of inmates whose song you promoted, and here's what you said. I did not have anything to do with the recording. I did not have anything to do with the recording. Do you stand by that testimony, Mr. Patel?
Senator, what I said was I didn't do the recording.
You said you didn't have anything to do with the recording, which is interesting because here's what you told Steve Bannon on his podcast. So what we thought would be cool is if we captured that audio and then, of course, had the greatest president, President Donald J. Trump, recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Then we went to a studio and recorded it, mastered it, digitized it, and put it out as a song now releasing exclusively on the War Room. We. If you had nothing to do with it, Mr. Patel, why did you tell Steve Bannon and all his listeners that you did?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey Patriots, welcome back to America First, the channel where we stand up for the truth, defend our Constitution, and put American values first every single time. If you're tired of the mainstream media spin and the never-ending attacks on true patriots, you're in the right place. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. We need your support to keep fighting for America. All right, folks, today we're breaking down the so-called explosive confrontation between Kash Patel and Adam Schiff during Patel's confirmation hearing. The left-wing media is salivating over this, acting like Schiff landed some kind of knockout punch. But as always, the reality is very different when you look at the facts.
That's why it says we, as you highlighted.
Yeah, and you're part of the we, right? When you say we, that includes you, doesn't it, Mr. Patel?
Not in every instance.
Well, that's new. So when you said we, you didn't really mean you. Is that your testimony?
Not unless you have a new definition for the word we.
Oh, okay. I always thought we included the person who pronounced the word, but maybe not. Well, you also said this, Mr. Patel. We were able to capture the recording thanks to their courageous singing, and we were able to take it to a studio. So let me ask you, Mr. Patel, after saying we took it to a studio, did you take it to a studio?
Me personally, no.
After you said that we digitized and recorded it and all that, did you take it to a studio and digitize and record it?
Me personally, no.
Okay, so you were lying to Steve Bannon and his audience. Is that what you're saying?
No, I was using the proverbial we appropriately, as you've identified.
The royal we. Oh, I see. And so you certainly promoted the hell out of it, though, didn't you?
I don't know what that means, but I promoted the heck out of raising money for families in need.
With promotions on social media and saying you were going to get this to #1 on the billboards, right, Mr. Patel?
I think it did.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Isn't that great? People who violently attack police have a #1 song thanks to you, Mr. Patel. That's something to be really proud of. Now, you've claimed, Mr. Patel, you didn't know about any of these people in the choir. Is that right?
I did not know about the violent offenders, and I did not participate in any of the violence in and around January 6th.
Tell me, Mr. Patel, what due diligence did you do to find out who was in the choir before you promoted their beautiful music? These people who assaulted law enforcement. What due diligence did you do?
Senator, I didn't record it myself.
So you did no due diligence before you promoted this song by these violent felons. Is that what you're telling us?
Senator, I did not record that myself.
So you're being considered for director of the FBI. And here you did no diligence to find out whether people you were associating with now the President of the United States in song were convicted of attacking police officers. Is that who we want running the FBI? I want you to turn around. There are Capitol Police officers behind you. They're guarding us. Take a look at them right now. Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them. I want you to look at them if you can, if you have the courage to look them in the eye, Mr. Patel, and tell them you're proud of what you did. Tell them you're proud that you raised money off of people that assaulted their colleagues, that pepper sprayed them, that beat them with poles. Tell them you're proud of what you did, Mr. Patel. They're right there. They're guarding you today. Tell them how proud you are.
That's an abject lie, and you know it. I've never, ever accepted violence against law enforcement. I've worked with these men and
you
women,
didn't
as you
accept
know,
it. You
my entire
glorified
life,
it in song,
and I did
Mr.
not
Patel.
make a single dime out of
In
it.
song. Well, let me.
How about you ask them if I have their backs, and let's see about that answer.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Patel. Let me ask you this. If an FBI director promoted a song of people who sprayed pepper spray in the face of an FBI agent, would you say they were fit to be director?
Mr. Schiff?
Yes or no? Would they be fit to be director?
I am fit to be the director of the FBI.
If you were the FBI director and you promoted a song with someone who beat an FBI agent with a pole, would you say you were fit to be FBI director?
Mr. Schiff, I am fit to be FBI director based on my 16 years in government service.
And yet you did all these things, Mr. Patel. You can say, oh, I support law enforcement. I decry violence against law enforcement. You could say all that. It's what you did, Mr. Patel, that matters. It's what you did that matters. Well, let me ask you about something else that you did, Mr. Patel. Did you claim that Donald Trump declassified all the documents at Mar-a-Lago? Did you claim that?
In what proceeding?
To the public, ever. Did you tell anyone that Donald Trump declassified all the documents at Mar-a-Lago?
From publicly available information, President Trump issued a declassification order on a variety of materials.
No, I'm just asking you, did you tell the public, did you tell anyone, did you make the claim that Donald Trump had declassified those hundreds of classified documents that were at Mar-a-Lago? Did you make that claim publicly?
From my best of my recollection, I said President Trump issued a declassification order to a large number of documents.
Yeah, and were you present when he declassified all the Mar-a-Lago documents?
Senator, I'm not saying he declassified all the Mar-a-Lago documents. I said President Trump declassified a large number of documents, and I would hope this committee and the rest of Congress would want to get those documents to the American people.
Mr. Patel, before a president or anyone declassified documents, wouldn't you want to know whether making the public would cause sources to be killed? Wouldn't you want to know that before you just declare they're all declassified? Wouldn't that be the responsible thing for a president to do?
It was the responsible thing for us to do. That's why we declassified the Nunes memo.
And did Donald Trump declassify?
And no one died.
And did Donald Trump ever ask any of the agencies who produced those documents whether declassifying them would put people's lives at risk? Did he ever do that, to your knowledge, Kash Patel?
I don't know that he didn't. Do you?
No, that's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem, isn't it? So let me just ask, Mr. Chairman, if you would, Mr. Patel has said he has no problem. He would support the release of his grand jury testimony in that case. I would ask you, Mr. Chairman, ranking member, to join me in requesting, with Mr. Patel's approval, the release of those grand jury transcripts. And I would also ask Mr. Patel whether you support the release of Volume 2 as it pertains to you of the special counsel's report. Any reference to you in the report, to your truthfulness, will you support the release to this committee of those sections of Volume 2 of special counsel's report?
I support following the law and providing whatever information the law requires.
But you said to the Wall Street Journal that you support transparency. Here's your chance, Mr. Patel. You support release of that to this committee, yes or no?
First off, Adam Schiff came out swinging, accusing Kash Patel of misleading the Senate about his involvement in a January 6th choir song. Schiff tried every trick in the book, twisting words, taking things out of context, and using the classic Democrat playbook, guilt by association. But here's the thing, Patel was crystal clear. He said he didn't do the recording. He didn't produce it. He promoted a cause to help families in need. The left can't stand it when conservatives support law enforcement families and stand up for free speech. That's the real issue here. Schiff tried to make a big deal out of Patel saying "we" when talking about the song. Look, anyone with common sense knows that "we" doesn't always mean you were in the studio pushing buttons. It means you supported the project, the cause, the idea behind it. That's called being a leader. Something Schiff wouldn't know much about. The song in question shot to #1 on the Billboard charts. Why? Because Americans are sick and tired of the way January 6 protesters have been demonized, locked up, and denied due process. The fact that the left calls this glorifying violence is pure propaganda. Supporting due process and raising money for families is not the same as condoning violence. Schiff grilled Patel about not doing due diligence on every person in the choir. When was the last time a Democrat was asked if they vetted every BLM protester or Antifa rioter before supporting their causes? Never. It's a blatant double standard. Patel was honest. He didn't know who was in the choir. He didn't record the song, but he promoted it for a good cause. Schiff tried to say Patel isn't fit to lead the FBI because he promoted a song. Give me a break. If that's the standard, half of Washington should resign for promoting or defending far worse. Patel's experience speaks for itself. He's served this country for 16 years. He's got the backbone we need in the FBI, not more bureaucrats who dance to the tune of the radical left. Schiff then wanted Patel to turn around and face the Capitol Police. Total political theater. Patel stood his ground, called out Schiff's lies, and doubled down on his support for law enforcement. That's what real leadership looks like. Of course, Schiff dragged in the Mar-a-Lago document story, another desperate attempt to distract from the Biden family's real scandals. Patel clarified he never said all documents were declassified and that Trump followed legal processes. The left wants to invent crimes where none exist. Schiff pretended to care about national security risks from declassification, but this is the same guy who leaked and lied for years about Russia collusion. The left only cares about security when it suits their narrative. Patel made it clear. Declassification was handled responsibly. Schiff demanded Patel's grand jury testimony and special counsel report be released for transparency. Funny, I don't remember him asking for transparency on the Hunter Biden laptop or the origins of COVID. The only transparency Schiff wants is the kind he thinks will hurt conservatives. Here's what Schiff and the media won't tell you. Major law enforcement groups representing over 300,000 officers support Patel's nomination. The left would have you believe he's anti-cop, but the people who put their lives on the line every day know the truth. That's why they back Kash Patel. Patriots, don't fall for the mainstream media spin. Kash Patel stood strong in the face of a partisan smear campaign. He defended the Constitution, told the truth, and exposed Schiff's hypocrisy for all to see. This is the kind of backbone we need in our government. We need more fighters who won't back down when the left comes after them with lies and character assassination. If you agree, smash that like button, subscribe to America First, and share this video with your friends and family. Let's get the truth out there. Stay strong, stay free, and always put America first. See you next time.